everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be doing a drugstore review. It has been so long since I've done a review. I saw that NYX came out with a new collection called Diamond and Ice, and I really wanted to give it a try. So I picked this palette up from Ulta and it was $20. I think that is pretty pricey for a pretty small palette, but this was $20. I think I had a coupon, so I think I paid like $15 maybe. Regardless of the coupon, I still think $15 is a lot. So I pulled it up on NYX website and it says the 16 pan palette has all shimmers, glitters, and mattes to get an icy holiday look. You guys know I love the holidays, so anything that says holiday looks, I am all for it. It says from soft neutrals to lucid pops. High saturated pigment, in one swipe, saturated formula for a saturated blendable color every time. Wide range of soft neutrals to icy pops. I think I read that already. So I'm going to read the how to apply. There are some times like I'll make these reviews and there are some people that are like, well, you're supposed to use your finger, blah, blah, blah. So it says swipe your selected shades onto eyelids with your favorite pro brush. So you can use a brush for these shades. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in. So this is the packaging. In my opinion, like, it looks nice, but to be honest, it feels very cheap for a $20 palette. That's just my opinion. It just doesn't feel like good quality. And then when you open it up, these are the shades. I mean, the shades are pretty, but for the way that like they described it, like diamonds and ice, I don't know, I feel like the only two like really pretty shimmer shades, like this one right here, and I don't even know where my finger, and like that one. I don't know. I don't know, I expected more in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little concealer on my lids. So I'm first gonna pick up this shade right here, and I'm gonna start blending this in my crease. So the pink is really pigmented. I'm really surprised, but I feel like it's like hard to see. Alright, so I went ahead and brought you a little closer because I felt like it was like kind of hard to see, and it actually is pretty pigmented, and I'm kind of surprised because, to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of NYX eyeshadows, but I don't know, I feel like this is kind of pigmented, and it's not really showing up pigmented on the viewfinder like when I'm looking. So I'm taking this pink shade into the crease. I'm going to take this purple shade next, right here, and I'm going to add this into the crease as well. Tap off the excess. I'm going to put it right into the crease and bring it out. I think I may do like a little bit of a cut crease. So far the shades are blending really nicely, and it's coming out really pigmented on my eye, but I just can't tell if it's coming out pigmented on the camera. When I see this viewfinder, I don't know, it's just like not really looking bright. So it's blending really creamy, and there's no patchiness. No patchiness at all, which is so surprising. Next, I'm going to take this dark brown shade, and I'm also going to intensify this even more. And I'm just going to take a smaller blending brush. Okay, so this is blending really, really nicely, and I'm like pretty impressed. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take some concealer and cut the crease. And I'm taking this small brush. Alright, so I went ahead and cut my crease, and now I'm just going to pick up the dark brown, and I'm just going to go over the shades that we did to deepen it up a little bit. So I'm going to be honest, the 4 shades that I used so far are really, really nice. Like, I am super impressed with it. Alright, so let's get into the fun part now. Let's get into some shades. I normally, if I was just looking at this and I was doing my makeup, I normally would probably pick up this pink shade, but I feel like I want to do something a little bit different. You know, I shouldn't really do the same thing I always do. So I think I am going to pick up this beautiful sparkly shade. Now let's see. This is the real test. The sparkles is the real test in my opinion. I don't need to worry about the fallout because I really dug into the thing. Because I did not think it was going to be this pigmented. Oh my god, I am shook. Like, I've never even used the word shook before, and I'm shook. I'm gonna be honest, I really had terrible hopes for this palette. You guys seen my NYX reviews. Their palettes, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. But oh my god, look at that shade. I really thought it was gonna be silver. That's okay. We'll make it work. So I think I'm only gonna do halfway. Look at that. And we'll use another color. Alright, what color should we use next? I think I'm going to use the pink shade now. You know, I did step out of my comfort zone. I did use the blue. Or we can go in with this blue shade. You know what? We're going to do pink and then blue. We're going wild. Okay, so we're going to pick up that pink shade. Let's see how this comes out. I'm really digging into the palette, to be honest. Alright, so the pink isn't really showing up on the viewfinder, but it's actually showing up really nicely in person. I don't know, it just doesn't look like it's showing up on there, but it kind of is. So I think I'm just going to go over it with the blue so that maybe we can get something that you guys can see. I don't know why it's not showing up, but you guys know I'm very honest. It's like a very light pink. It's not like anything too bright. So we're going to go over it with the blue. Okay, so that looks really pretty. And I'm also using all these shades without any setting spray. So maybe I'll go over it with a little setting spray and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the blue looks like. It's really pretty. It's actually pretty pigmented. I'm going to go in with some setting spray. Oh, wow. Oh wait, the setting spray is starting to break it apart. So let's take the setting spray off. It's actually starting to break apart the shadow. It's starting to look all crumbly, if you guys can see that. Oh no, I had high hopes. I really had high hopes. But they're failing. They're failing right now. The blue failed it. Okay. I don't want to completely cut this out because of the blue. So we are going to wipe the blue off. Alright, so I went ahead and wiped it off with a makeup wipe and put a little bit more concealer. I really wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt just because, you know, the blue was okay until I applied the setting spray. So I did want to try it again. And I don't know, I was having such good, I was having like really good things with like all the shades. So I really wanted to try it again, give it the benefit of the doubt. So I'm just going to pick up that dark shade again and fix right here. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with that first shade that we used. I'm just going to skip this part. So I actually went ahead and applied it on my whole lid just because I feel like I really liked this color, and I did just try out two other colors as well. I tried the pink, and the pink actually was really nice. It just, I felt like, I don't know, maybe my room is too bright. You guys couldn't see it because it didn't show on my viewfinder. And the blue came out nice. It was very pigmented, but then when I used Fix Plus, it really broke it apart and made it really crumbly, which I've had experiences with NYX products when I use Fix Plus. So I wouldn't necessarily say the blue is a bad shade because it did come out nice, but I can definitely see how it will crumble up. Yeah, so I did like the blue, and I think I'm just going to take another shade for the outer part. And I think I'm going to take this shade right here. And I'm just going to put that on the outer part. I hope this comes out nice because I am not doing all this again because that was a lot of work. So I'm just swatching it on the back of my hand first. And it just looks so crumbly. Let me see if I use my finger. Well, I mean, a finger I feel like is always different. I don't know. I feel like it just looks so crumbly and like a crumb just fell down. We can try it. I worked so hard on this shadows. I don't want to ruin it. Oh, that one's beautiful. Why did I miss that one? Okay, we're going to use this one instead. It's swatched nice compared to that other shade. And then I saw this coppery shade in here also. That looks really pretty. I think I'm going to put it right on top. Why not? Let's just pile a bunch of colors on it. I'm going to take this orangey shade and we're going to put it right in the center. And bring it up. I don't know. I'm going back over it with the blue. I was like feeling it in the beginning and now I don't really know what I feel. I have no feelings right now. I'm going to take this shade right here. I just dug my nail into it accidentally and it's falling everywhere. I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to use this in the cut crease instead. I'm actually going to pick up these two shades right here and I'm just going to put that in the out part. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Hello, I am back. I went ahead and finished the rest of my face really quickly. Let's get into my final thoughts on the new NYX Diamond and Ice Please. So, I don't really know where do I want to start. So, my makeup actually looks really nice. I like how it came out. I was able to create a look with it. I used a good amount of shades here, so I feel like I can really give a good review on most of the shades. I'm going to be honest, we're just going to get straight to the point. Do I think this palette is worth it and do I think you need it? No, I do not think you need it. One, the palette is $20 and it feels very cheap. It feels like a cheap palette. Two, can you create a shade, can you create a look with this palette? Sure, of course you can. I created this look and I do like it. Do I think some of the shades were pretty difficult to use? Yes, definitely. So that blue that we originally used, it was coming out nice. But it was a little crumbly and I've had issues with NYX eyeshadows being crumbly before. This pink shade that we used was a nice one, but it wasn't that pigmented. I will say my favorite shades from this palette, and I know this palette is supposed to be, you know, glitz and glam and diamonds and ice and all these different type of things, and it's supposed to be meant for the shimmers and really pretty. But me personally, my favorite shades in this palette is the matte ones. I think they blended so nice. There was not one part of like me blending my eyeshadow, the whole process of it ever being muddy or just not blending. It blended amazing. I think those are the best part of the palette, honestly, but do I think it's worth spending $20 on 4 shades? No, not really. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this palette a pass. It is just not my favorite, and I personally don't think it's worth $20. There's certain, when I do reviews, how I like to say if it's good, it's something I would buy again. So, like my Modern Renaissance or my Tartelette in Bloom, like I'd buy those 100 times. They're amazing. I just don't think this one cuts it for me. I think it is a pass. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. I missed doing some makeup reviews, so I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are not already, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. I will see you all in my next video.